welcome back. It's time for us to have a look at something else new onto the market that just is making the hobby and the sport more accessible to everybody out there. I mean, it's all well and good looking at top line kits at 600 and 700 and 800 quid each, but that's not achievable for somebody looking to get into the hobby. That's where things like this, I think, are so important. This is new FTX B4X from CML. Now, where really the ready to run is probably going to be the big seller in the range, but doesn't suit everybody. Like myself, I don't want to use a steer wheel. I have plenty of electronics here. I want to be able to choose my own. So they also offer this, which is a race roller. Yeah, it's all well and good me talking about it. Let's get it cracked open. Have we nosy at it? Okay, so first things first, let's get the seal cracked open on this. This is the first I've actually looked inside this to see what we have and don't have with us. Obviously we'll have a look at the quality of the kit as well from what we can see. Okay, so first thing in opening the box, we've got ourselves here all the manual and everything else. Manual, rear wing, motor mount, bits and pieces like that. Let's put that to the side for a second and have a look at the actual chassis itself. Okay, well mounted into the box anyway. Let's get that clipped off. Just like that. And we're free. So what have we got here? Body shell's pre-cut, pre-drilled, everything else ready just to go out, and if only I knew somebody who'd paint today. Quite nice, quite a heavy Lexan, which is nice. I'm assuming the wing's going to be the same. Okay, so we get into this now, and it just looks, layout wise, looks very, very similar to what has become the norm with four-wheel drives at the moment. Shaft driven, 3 oil-filled diffs in it, which is nice. Center diff, front and rear obviously as well. Big bore shocks, which are threaded. Really nice. Proper turnbuckles for adjustment, front and rear anti-roll bars. Layout looks incredibly similar to my Yokomo MO. Shocks maybe aren't just filled as I would like them to be, but we'll soon get that sorted out. CV drive shafts on the rear and the front. Are they constant velocity? They are. Constant velocity drive shafts in the center as well, along with the differentials. I was really happy to see it coming with the adjustable pills in the A, B, C and D mounts here. So there is some adjustability for kick up and toe angle as well. Really nice to see. Delighted to see this cross brace is aluminium as well. I was concerned when I saw photographs online. I thought maybe that was going to be molded and would be a weak point, but no, it's all good. Lovely to see the wee splashes of carbon fiber on it. All hex hardware, which again is, for a car that's going to get used and raced, is absolutely phenomenal. Wheelbase adjustment on the back. No diff height adjustment, but that's fine. I don't really play about with that much myself. Yeah, but it's nice. The big bores are nice on it. That yeah, 3 diffs with the CVDs and everything else on it are nice as well. Proper 7076 aircraft grade aluminium. The chassis is nice. Adjustable. Oh, that's really nice as well. We've droop screws in the chassis. I see the tabs coming out here. The droop screws in the wishbone. Now I don't know. I know my Yokomo doesn't have that, which means the only way to limit down travel for me is to put spacers inside the shock. So it's really nice to see that. Little things like hook through here. I don't know if you can see. Hook through here for electronics to go through to keep everything safe and out of the way of the drive shafts. It just looks like a really nice bit of kit. Lots of adjustment for roll center, adjustment on the hub as well. I mean, for a kit that retails at £199, specking this looks phenomenally good. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to, before I run this and race this myself, I am going to do the usual far too fussy thing of rebuild shocks and rebuild diffs in it. Simply so I know where we're up to with oils. Definitely feels like it could do with a bit more oil in it. Again, if you're buying this as a one step up from an entry level car, that's probably not going to annoy you, but the reality of it is that this is going to go out, and the first thing this is going to get is turf wars this weekend. On the AstroTurf, we're going to see how it competes against, realistically, a field full of full-blown four-wheel drives. That appears to be. Just looking, the droop screws appear to be adjusted and everything from before we even start, which is nice to see. But yeah, so that's the chassis out of the way. Let's have a nosy and see what's in our bag here. All the scalpels in this house, and I'm using the rudest box cutter you've ever seen. Okay, so in here, clips for the body, clips, rear wing. Yep, same as the body shell is chunky. This had not concerned me, but I was wondering about the additional pills. We have 1mm and 0.5mm adjustment for them as well. So again, it's not just for looks. Servo mounts, again with another smattering of carbon fiber. Hex head hardware. Nice chunky servo horn as well. I wonder what. Oh, does it say? Okay, F, so 25 tooth, same as Power HD, Savox, Futaba, obviously, all the same. Cool. Nice aluminium machined motor mount. That's really nice. Chunky M4 hardware actually to hold that in too. That again is quite nice. Yeah, rock and roll. If you want it to be really lazy and spray your body shell one color, window and everything else decals, I'll not get away with that, unfortunately. And then what do we have? Setup instructions, exploded drawings, and component listings. Okay, explaining about the eccentric bushings in the A, B, C, and D mounts. Nope. Into French. Exploded parts diagram as well, so that's nice to go over and see just what is and isn't available. Okay, so 4 gear diffs internally. What else do we have? Built-in servo saver. I didn't notice that actually when I was looking through. Great to see for the beginners. Again, we might get that locked out for the weekend. Full bearings, obviously. Okay. Yeah, parts listing as well. So are there additional roll bars and everything else available? Sway bar and links. We don't seem to have accessible roll bars. Again, with them being, this looks incredibly like my Yukomo. So I'm going to suggest that roll bars will be able to be made fit from other things. Springs again are 13mm, so all the collection that I have already will go straight onto this. The only thing to be aware of is you don't get a wheels and tires supplied with the roller kit, but that's fine. I mean, it's one of the first things you're going to chop and change. So for this anti-running test, I got some fast tracks, what I simply refer to as LP stubbies, for this to give an entry level trial to see where we're up to. These retail at $8.99 a pair, which is great value. So we'll have a rattle with these. First of all, I'll obviously, whenever I go to the track, I'll have a box of meadows and stuff with me anyway to try to chop and change with. But we'll give it a go with these because again, it's an entry level thing to start with. This for me is going to get a Hobbywing 10.5 turn combo put into it. So it's going to really sensible cost wise, and B means it's legal for 4-wheel drive clubbing this weekend at our Turf Wars event. So yeah, we'll put it up against them and see how we get on to. It helps us greatly if you subscribe. It helps us build some sort of a basis to this. Lets me know that I'm doing the right thing as well. Subscribe, hit the bell. Hopefully after this weekend I'll get the report of how we ran this at the weekend. If I don't get a chance to get out to the track before that and give it a quick run round and a quick shakedown, we'll go from there. Look, thanks for checking in. Hope this is of use to you. I try to respond to all messages that are left on the page, so by all means comment, I'll try to get back to you. But likes and shares always help massively as well, so we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, take care, we'll see you trackside.